Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast with me, Matt. Very free for you all. Let's go through the players, shall we? It's a Western Front battle. On the Allied side, we have Mr. Whitey White as US Armor Company. We have Arranged Karma as the US. And Smokey, also as Armor Company. Oh god, is the American Armor Company gonna try and get through the muddy lands here? Oof. On the Axis side, we have a full Wehrmacht team. We have Markor, Serek as Panzerdivision. And something in Russian I unfortunately cannot read, I'm afraid. In a Staff Division. Ooh, we're gonna have a very interesting mix here of things. But are the US Armor Divisions? All three went armor! Oh boy! Triple US Armor Division. Oh, this is gonna be very fascinating late game. And we also have a Luftwaffe Markor. So it looks like the Americans are pushing in through the mud and rain into Germany slowly. Not the best way to send the armored divisions through, but let's see if they can get through. Meanwhile, the Germans are gonna scramble to set up a defensive force here to try and stop them of mixed Luftwaffe forces, Panzer forces, and penal troops being called in. Penal and, well, not just penal, also, what's it called, static defense troops, just to try and hold the line against the encroaching Americans. But triple US armor. That is quite a force. Looks like we have the re-echelon engaging the pioneers on the southern flank already. Re-echelon trying to move behind this tractor. I think the pioneers will win out in this engagement. They have an MP40 and they have Kar-98s. And now the infantry is coming in, some grenadiers and some Volksgrenadiers. Fighting all the firepower they need. But US riflemen are coming up through the mud slowly. Excuse me, just to check if I am recording. I seem to be. Good. It's always annoying that I have to check that now and then. Yeah, Americans need to get behind cover here. Our grenades are going to be going in. All the mud is going to make it very difficult to move. Meanwhile, we have grenadiers in the center here and Volksgrenadiers. Penal, well, not penal troops yet. Actually, no penal troops, just static infantry coming in. Grenadiers moving to the northern flank there. Actually, playing a Staff Division, you can actually arm your Grenadiers with MG34s with 100 rounds, which is actually a pretty good upgrade. The sheer amount of Americans might become a problem. Actually, what does Luftwaffe get? Oh, they get scoped STGs to 2 of them. For the Grenadiers, that's kind of good. We also have some Luftwaffe pioneers coming in, some Fallschirmjägers. These guys are actually not that good for combat for some reason. They basically mostly serve as reserve troops, which makes no sense. Pioneers are often employed as elite shock infantry. Ah, we also have these points, which allows them to get reinforcements in. They can actually call in unique units here. Mostly Russian stuff. That's very fascinating. What do the Americans get? Huh. That makes no sense. I guess this map is kind of designed for, not for Western Front engagements, more for Eastern Front engagements. But I suppose they'll live with it. Yeah, German medics are gonna have to evacuate there. Fallschirmjäger's gonna try and move up slowly. But this is some horrible weather to fight in. I guess. Ah, it looks like the. Oh, we have an MP42 for the Fallschirmjägers. Oh, very nice. There's some Aufklärer for the Staff Division. Have to be careful where they move, though. We also have some penal troops now coming in for the Germans, the Staff Battalions, made up of criminals and deserters. Oh, grenade coming in there. BARs starting to be armed to the riflemen, though. That's going to allow them to win those engagements with ease. But there's a lot of cover here that the Fallschirmjägers can use to move up. I keep an eye on all the fronts, but this is a large map, so I'll apologize if I am not able to see anything. Oh, they're actually using the buildings! But that might be a bad idea because the Americans just have a lot of firepower and pineapple grenades. Oh! The Fallschirmjägers are setting up an MG42, though.
Are now available. We can now commandeer structures for use as command.
America's trying to push him through the center here. There's an American recon team present. They need to be able to hold their fire though, I think. Oh, mines have been set up by the Americans here. Stopping some Volksgrenadiers with MP40s. Oh, and BARs have been armed on the riflemen. That's gonna start tearing through these grenadiers. Dying in the mud. Oh.
Our brave infantry is dying.
Rifle grenade going out here for the grenadiers. Oh, and a good rifle grenade at that. Oh my god. That killed. Right, that's killed a lot of American riflemen right there. That's a lot of GIs. Just gone. Mortar coming up for the Americans on the southern flank. Now all of them went rifle. No, the right rifle. Armor, my bad. Which means the late game, I think these Americans are gonna overwhelm the Germans. We'll have to see. That's a vertical, I think. That's a vertical.
Rifle squad ready for action.
The Panzer Division has lost a lot of troops early on already. Getting some Großdeutschland Panzer Division though. Yeah, the mud here is not providing a lot of cover for the Germans.
We are suffering losses.
Lots of Fallschirmjägers have been gathered around this church. Guess that's where they want to set up their forward base from. Even dropped in some medical supplies. I don't think the Luftwaffe is going to have an easy time pushing through here. America's got that covered. All reinforcements coming to south. Yeah, here comes the Großdeutschland Panzer Grenadiers. I probably said this before, but the Großdeutschland are a very unique case in the German army because they're recruited from all over Germany rather than from a single specific state, which is a rather unique thing. Normally Germans were recruited from singular states in Germany to ensure that they had like a unit or regional cohesion. Artillery coming in here for the Americans. Command steward coming out. Since the Americans from Armor Division, the officers can all arrive in vehicles, which is a very handy thing, especially with the steward coming in here. Oh! Flamethrower on the Volksgrenadiers. And Fallschirmjäger Pioneers pushing up, doing a great assault. And MG42 covering them. Oh my god, there's so much cooperative firepower going on here for the Luftwaffe. But I think the Americans are still gonna win here. Oh yeah, the Volksgrenadier got killed. That's not good. And while the Americans are pushing back a little force, the Germans try to push through the center here. Water coming on the northern front here for the Americans. Not much movement on the northern front, in all honesty. It's mostly in the center and the south. These Grenadiers are being very brave. But I think the BARs might be too much. They are throwing a grenade, though. Oh, good grenade, actually. And the MG42 setting up in an aggressive position. Oh, I think the Germans might have this front secured then. There's the command steward on the field, so the Germans have to be careful. But if they can get close enough, they can Panzerfaust it. They just need to arm some troops with Panzerfausts.
Fire! We got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
I think a double machine guns here frontally on the steward is enough to suppress.
A gun crew!
And the American southern front is not looking too healthy. Oh, we have a command Panzer Lux coming out. Command Panzer 2. That one can actually deal with the steward if he gets some good shots.
Can now be deployed.
Yeah, it already hit the engine, yeah. And there we go. The Lux proved its... Oh my god, the tank survived! The Germans can snatch that. Oh, MT-42 is being cleared. Smoke rate being coming. Oh, this is not looking good. Germans should probably pull an MG-42 back when they have the chance. He's doing target. He's attacking the ground though. But he has to get out of there. Fallschirmjäger's coming up behind though. And they're trying to steal it, but it goes down to a rifle grenade from the Americans.
The enemy has dealt us a blow.
While Fallschirmjäger Pioneers pushing up, half-track behind them, to serve as a mobile reinforcement point. Germans actually doing surprisingly well here. Good job on the Wehrmacht. Oh, but it's immobilized by a mortar shell! Tracks went off. Oh, MT-42 armed on the Grenadiers. Looks like the Germans are making for a full-on push. But a command steward has arrived. And another steward is coming up behind it. Big firefight in the center here, cover to cover. The Germans should have the advantage with their machine guns though. MT-42s can be very lethal. But I think stewards will push the Germans back here. The Germans will want to try and grab that MT-42 before they ditch it. I don't think they have a chance to do it.
Enemy is inflicting losses upon us.
More stewards on the field.
Enemy infantry.
Artillery going in the center here. Penal MG42 is set up. We have a very mixed force, but the northern front is barely covered, but the Americans are not taking the chance. Then again, they don't know the front is barely covered. They have no way of knowing. The Americans with double stewards are going to be able to push through hard, I think.
Gather round. I smell orders. Okay, that does it.
Bolting, good to see. Well, the firefight in the center is going very aggressively. Oh! Yeah, that's the other steward on the field. Forward camp set up for the Americans. Pack 40 coming up for the mud though. Yeah, Pack 40 got a hit on the steward, almost killing it. So I think the steward might be able to get out of that. Yeah, he got out of that. Oh, looks like we're getting the 3rd Infantry Division coming out now. These are actually the units that the mod is named after, the Spearhead Division. One of the American divisions that fought for the longest, I think. Fought since Africa, I'm pretty sure. I also think it's Patton's division. Or the ones that fought alongside Patton, anyway. 3rd Armored coming in. Or 3rd Infantry, anyway. Very good infantry unit. Oh, we have Buffalo Soldiers. These are essentially African-American troops that they were not treated well, let's just say that. They were essentially utilized as labor units and cheap chaff units. They had suffered terrible losses in Italy. They were essentially used as meat shields and probing units, and yeah, disastrous stuff, and really showcases the segregation that the Americans had in their army at the time. Pretty bad stuff. More fights should be present here. And so F1 is slowly pulling back though. I guess it's afraid of the steward. Oh, Command Sherman on the field though. That's a step up. That's something that Lux is not going to be able to deal with. Buffalo Soldiers took some ground. Let's use them to their mines. The Buffalo Soldiers can be used to build defenses and mines and everything. But they're going to get mowed down. Oh, poor Buffalo Soldiers. Horrible stuff. F1's pushing up slowly. Very able to stop it. 3rd Infantry is being armed with a bazooka though. They might need Sherman support. They're moving pretty close though, that's not good. Yeah, you need to just order them to stop instead of ordering them to attack. That's the best way to use anti-tank. Sherman moving upwards. Both grenadiers are present, but they have no anti-tank weapons. Pack is still operational though. F1 might be trying to flank the Sherman. Command Sherman 76 and another 76 coming out at the same time. Now the American armor starting to stream onto the battlefield. Panzerjägers have been called in though for the Luftwaffe. Panzerjägers not having the best of luck though. Guess the rain and the mud is affecting them and their equipment. That one is getting into a vulnerable position though. They missed! F1 is down. 76 German is not doing too well.
Our panzer forces have been reduced by one. Hit him with the coax!
Oh. We have Sherman here mobilized. Still not much movement on the northern flank. German military police called in, the Kettenhunde. They had to keep the troops in check. Oh, BARs to slow down those pioneers. The Americans should have the armor advantage here shortly. As they all free a armor division, they should just utilize the advantage. Although I'm not sure what the Americans are doing on the northern front still. This guy is getting 2 A2s though, so that's going to be a lot of Shermans coming out. As you would expect, this is an American armored force. Oh, the Luftwaffe position is getting threatened now by all the Germans coming in. Oh, Brandenburgers have arrived with a half-track. The Brandenburgers were essentially the German spec ops, but they were actually changed into a Panzer Grenadier division throughout the war. They still basically did a lot of clandestine stuff and stuff that I don't think a Panzer Grenadier regiment should be doing. But they were pretty interesting and did a lot of fascinating behind enemy line stuff. They're all about sneaking, but they're only 3-man squads. Oh! What the hell happened there? Ah, incendiary shell. Nice to see. But these guys can... Oh! It's a spec trooper. So these guys are demolition troops. Very intriguing. So you actually get 2 different types of Brandenburgers. Didn't know there were 2 different types. And you rarely really see them because you need to be Luftwaffe to call them in. For some reason. They used to be part of the Waffen-SS mechanized commander, I think it was called. No, not mechanized. It was something else. They used to have like an infiltration theme commander, which became Jäger. That's what it was. And Jäger got access to Brandenburgers, but they changed that. But all the Shermans are gonna start to show soon. Canister round. Oh, didn't hit much though. I think these Brandenburgers are not gonna do without the open here. Elite infantry are still vulnerable to bullets. Yeah, we need to see how the Americans push up with all this armor now. Panzer Grenadiers present. Oh, half-track got shot by the Sherman. Oh! Ostdeutschland have a Panzer strike on him. Oh, Willie Pete shot! Oh, well timed! But I think the command Sherman is gonna die. Potentially. Oh, Flammenwerfer on the Brandenburgers, interesting. I don't think the Brandenburgers and the Luftwaffe can hold this church for much longer. There's a command Sherman that's actually getting out of there. There's a Panzer strike up for grabs. There's a free unit that can grab it. Propaganda artillery being called in. Airdrop. Ah, fuel supplies back at the base, which Armor Company can do. And EC8 has also arrived. Triple A3. Oh, that's a lot of A2s being called in. I think the Americans are going to overrun the Germans shortly. The Germans are lacking in heavy AT. They have a lot of heavy artillery currently, though, thanks to stuff. I don't think the Germans can hold this position for much longer. Triple Americans is a lot of firepower to deal with. Brandenburgers are still doing their job somewhat. Oh, good mortar shot. It almost killed them. This is a very veteran squad. You don't want to lose these guys. Oh, one of them got killed though. Oh, that sucks. I think they're dropping in air supplies. And the Luftwaffe barely has troops. They have called in some Fallschirmjägers though. Some an attack squad. Yeah, they look dropping weapon supplies. They dropped a Raketwerfer. Oh, very cool. We have the Buffalo soldiers fighting here. Oh, we seem to have a problem with the models. The models are not showing. That's a bug. Because I think they're supposed to have Springfields instead of M1 Grants. Maybe Mortar's now flying for the stuff. Using basically the exact same mortar the Soviets used. The Germans just kind of copied it after encountering and noticing how good it was. The Germans did a lot of that on the Eastern Front, actually. They copied a lot of weapons the Soviets used. Oh, Raketwerfer has been set up inside the church. Ooh. Artillery going in here. That MG42 is going to have to run. Oh, directly hit by the mortar shells. All the American tanks are going to be arriving. That's a lot of A2s. I don't think the Germans have anything to stop them with.
Sherman ready.
Luftwaffe is desperately trying to dig trenches. Panzer Division trying to hold on to the center. That's going to be a Willy Pete shell. Oh my god, that's painful to watch. That really showcases how brutal that weapon is. White phosphorus is truly terrifying. The Panzer Großdeutschland division is still present though. These guys have to be careful though. Very careful. I don't think the Germans can hold this position much longer. Artillery going in the Buffalo soldiers. Oh. That was the heavy mortars.
Sherman ready.
But EC8s are arriving. Again, I think the Americans are gearing up to a big breakthrough here. Gonna break through the German lines. What is the top American player waiting for? That is a lot of A2s. Holy shit. There'd be nothing here to stop them. And Stuk G is coming out for the Luftwaffe, that's about it.
Stuk 3 ready to deploy.
Ooh.
Officer reporting.
It's very tense though, wait. Man, Sherman's just wreaking havoc on the center here. They're pinning out the Großdeutschland, they have to get out of there. They're completely pinned. Easy at supporting the riflemen up here. Artillery going in this position. Looks like it's a white phosphorus barrage. Looks like the Americans are very fond of using white phosphorus today. Oh, that was a Gewaltladung by the Pioneers. Vandenbergers and Fallschirmjägers are holding up in this church though. Ray going into the trench. Only killed one of them. Looks like the Fallschirmjägers are going to switch around. Americans are slowly creeping up with their tanks in the center. There's a lack of armor and one-arm response from the Germans, but the Panzer IV-H is being called in. We also have a Stuk G for the northern front. So I think the Panzer Grenadiers can hold off for much longer though. And the Luftwaffe position is about to be flanked. One circle at this rate. Fallschirmjägers are bravely trying to hold, but I don't think they're able to deal with all this. Sherman's pushing for the south now. Stuk is gonna be in trouble. Now the Stuk arriving. The Stuk is generally a good choice. It's cheaper than the Panzer and generally has higher frontal armor and better accuracy. It's also harder to hit because of its slow silhouette. But not there. Oh, but Raketwerfer got a good shot in there.
We have lost a Panzer.
Easy at flanking. Don't think Raketwerfer to get a shot off. Oh, he did! Oh my god, good shot too! The Luftwaffe still holds this position somehow. I have no idea how, but they did it. Oh my god, look at all these A2s that's being assembled. When the storm breaks, there's nothing that's gonna be able to stop them. Oh my god. I'm getting very fast to be pulled out though, because that church is in fire. Tuk is moving up, that's not a good idea. Yeah, Sherman is firing on the flank. They were originally the Sherman. Players going over the front line. The Americans should have to make their move though, I think. Panzer H is doing its best here, but I don't think it's going to do much. Tiger is on the way though. Artillery going in the Luftwaffe position. I think it's been lost. Oh, they're still holding it. The artillery only went for one house. But I don't think the Panzer force can do much. You have to wait for that Tiger. But then there might just be too many Shermans. Stuk is doing his best to hold them at bay. Good job with the pack on the flank. Really good job right there. Germans are calling down the American armor. With these forces, they do have Panzerfaust. They're gonna get it off. I think the Northern American needs to make their move. Especially because the Tiger is going to be arriving shortly. Oh yeah, the Germans are moving. I don't think the Germans are prepared for this. Tiger tank has arrived though. And I think when the Germans spot what's going to come through the north, I think they're going to notice they're in big trouble. That's because penals have no anti-tank weaponry. They could have used the time to mine the flank. But here come the Shermans. It's like a whole convoy.
We are losing soldaten.
Sicherungstruppen have arrived. Oh my god. Fortunately, the guns of the Shermans are not the best against the infantry. Yeah, Smokey's already saying lol because of this. That's a lot of Shermans.
We must defend our headquarters.
Panzer H on the flank though. I think the Tiger has to turn around. Yeah, the German Panzer Division has to turn around instantly. There's too much fire coming in. Naval EC8s are pushing through the center. It's a big American push on all flanks. Tiger's coming up against the Panzers though. Let's see what's happening down there. Not much. But now the Tiger's present. Now can the Shermans overwhelm the Tiger? They are gonna get close enough. The Tiger's panicking. These are about to flank.
One of our panzers has been destroyed.
And there goes the Tiger. That's actually a much more realistic scenario than you would think. Not at that range though, of course, it would be much further range, but generally the Tiger would be severely outnumbered. It would run out of ammunition before the enemy ran out of tanks. That's generally the agreed on term. Oh. And I guess the Americans spearheaded through.
Headquarters destroyed.
Oh my god, yeah. This is the end for the Germans, I think. Luftwaffe is desperately trying to the south, though. The Staff and Panzer Division can't do anything. There's too many Germans. And a victory for the United States, I think. They just need to destroy the last building. Just as another Tiger arrives. Well, that was something. I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.